Welcome back. You're watching On the Record with me, Shireen Bhan, and I'm in conversation with DLF's KP Singh. I want to now talk about what you foresee as the future as far as DLF is concerned. Today, by market cap, India's largest real estate company, we of course have seen what you've done as far as Gurgaon is concerned. Is there a regret that perhaps the pan-India aspiration, if you had one, remains unfulfilled? Is that something that you would like to see?
No.
You've already got partners like GIC on board. What would you like to see as far as the future is concerned?
The thing is, unfortunately, real estate, people don't understand, is the most complicated business. Real estate is divided into two parts. One is land, purchase land and zoning it. That is the biggest, 90% problem. Once you have land, building is easy. No, you can have building carried out by. No, it is the land. The question is, when you get to land, purchase and assembly to make a bigger area, all kind of characters come, mafias and all. You deal with them. Politics come. Now, we in DLF decided at that time, we are best at in NCR only. So we actually expanded, and then Rajiv was very smart. Within 2 years, we thought that is not our forte. We can't deal with the political and all the people there. So he just came in, except I think Chennai and Hyderabad, a couple of people, but not all India. It is foolish for a real estate company to order, because you can't deal with all the people all India. Be where you are. It is, and we are, therefore, we have got a very major land bank.
Yeah.
And we keep on, as you know, our buildings are better than the best. I wonder if you've been to our phase 5.
Not yet.
Oh my God, you should see, it is a different world. When you enter Camellia.
Yes.
Have you been to Camellia?
Yes,
now?
yes.
But that is phase 5.
I wasn't sure which phase it was.
No, the Camellia golf course and all.
Yes.
Now that is an example of what a development of 1,000 acres should be in India. But could do it only within, we couldn't do it any outside. And I believe, therefore, this should be in complete refocus on making master plan completely differently, and thinking bigger spaces and provide.
But what about accessibility and affordability? I mean, how many people can afford camellias or magnolias?
No, I'm coming to that. A successful master plan means for every section of society you create, you must understand it's not physically possible. Even communism is not possible. People to acquire. Now, for example, somebody wants to acquire an apartment here, it's expensive. But in a master plan, you make out areas where the labor force or middle income people are there, connect them to road network with the main center, develop that place as they are doing affordable housing, but should be done in a bigger way and should be done in a manner that when people can afford, demand is so huge. Every section of demand, you have to understand, cannot be met by one category. So at the moment, like for the rural housing, I'm not talking about that, it's been done extremely well by the government. And regarding the other matter, it's a matter of need more development, you need more people in it. As far as we are concerned, we are best at doing something which is better than the best buildings. And undoubtedly, when we get involved in doing something else, we have not diverted our attention. It becomes very easy to change your mind. Simple, directed that whatever you're doing, do the best. An example is for you to see.
Let me end by asking you, you've not just spent the last 50 years steering DLF, but I don't know how many people who don't know your story know about the fact that you spent a fair amount of your time in the army as well, which is where you actually got started till you decided to quit the army and join your father-in-law and DLF. What would you say today, if I were to ask you, have been the lessons or the do's and don'ts that have steered you to where you are? What is it that you would like to leave as advice to the generation that's watching?
Shireen, what actually, when I reflect back in life now, I don't think anybody has more twists and turns in my life. I don't know how it happened. Imagine I started firstly my education in madrasa, in a small madrasa in Bulandshahr. From there I jumped off. When I did the graduation in Merit College. And from there what happened? There I became a horseman because I learned it. Completely different. And then I went to aeronautical engineering in England. completely different. And from there, because I was a polo player, horseman, I switched on for selection by Sanders for Indian Army. I come to the Army. I enjoyed Army, everything, 9-10 years. Look at so, madrasa to aeronautical engineering to go to, is completely, when you come to the Army, I enjoyed every bit of it. I stood first in the academy in Dehradun, and I enjoyed every bit of my, till it came around that when I got married, I was very lucky to get married to a wonderful family and a great lady. They had only two daughters, not sons. So father-in-law prevailed upon me that it's high time that instead of playing polo, instead of come and share a bit in business. So that's how I came. Then I started manufacturing business, electrical motors and Miller battery. Thereafter, the family pushed me in 1975 to revive DLF again. DLF was totally closed. Yeah. So how many different twists and turns you have taken? But the biggest thing for me, it's question, if a challenge, most difficult was, how do you buy land from feudal families and how do you integrate it? It's the most difficult thing. And that too on credit, by the way. When I had no money. Yeah. So credit can only, money, land will be given to you on credit only one. When an owner has explicit confidence and faith in you, in your integrity completely. So I had to earn that thing. Not working, I had to really earn the faith of people, but it happened. Gurgaon is a classic example. Yeah. Gurgaon would not have happened if I were not able to, the government never helped me to buy even a piece of land. I had to do it myself. It's my own thing. Now today you see how many, more than 12 lakhs is exponentially growing every time. There's a win-win position. Half the revenue of Haryana state comes from Gurgaon. And as you know, this type of people saying that there's a catalyst for bigger employment. How many people's homes are there? How many new generations have come around to bring businesses? So that's why a city like this, Gurgaon, is a pace setter, catalyst for creating more employment, for ensuring more income to the state, and for ensuring good homes, recreation, hospital, education centers. It's only a good city will do, not clustered up cities, not the way we're doing before. So I hope they can do it. I just appeal to them to change, to relook at their urbanization policy.
Well, what's the next twist in the KP Singh tale?
Next twist, my next twist is how long I will keep on playing golf. Even now I play golf. A lot of people get surprised. Coincidentally, my
18 holes?
Yeah, and my golf has improved. My friend tell me, he said, what the hell are you doing? Earlier, whatever I was doing, and the fact is this. I suppose when you are determined to do something, you see, my one basic thing in my life, you asked me a question, and the thing is, somehow, I always had a burning desire in my life, even for small, whenever, I must be something. So it became a way of life with me. Obstacles came. Now, a dark cloud, I never saw the dark, I saw the silver lining, the silver lining. So by nature, I became optimistic, everything I do. So for me, it became, when somebody 76, we saw, oh, impossible to develop Gurgaon. You have no money, laws are against you, banks are forbidden to give you money for land. How the hell do you do that? I said, no, let's deal. So what looked impossible, I made it possible. So my life is based upon courage, conviction, always aim high, and try to make impossible into possible. That is my life.
Well, impossible is nothing, in the words of Mr. KP Singh. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on The Record. We wish you the very best of luck and congratulations once again.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, with that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of On The Record. From all of us here on the team for this week, goodbye. Thanks very much for watching.